This is a question that we get often. Why aren't you an implementation partner? You guys do such a great job. Why don't you be an implementation partner and lead implementations? The reason for that is pretty simple and straightforward. Yellow Bag was birthed out of passion and necessity. It was never about capitalizing on opportunities. It was always about how do we serve and support the office of the CFO? How do we serve and support finance and accounting professionals? Which means, where do they need support? One thing that my pastor always says is the need is the call, meaning if you're wondering what you're called to do, look around you and see what is it that people actually need. And I've yet to come across an organization that needs another implementation partner to choose from. What they need is someone who can sit internally to help them navigate the enterprise resource planning implementation or navigate the finance transformation with their best interests at heart, with a full understanding, a complete and a deep understanding of their company, the company culture, what moves them forward, how to move them forward should they get stuck, how to deal with the I don't know what I don't know, and just how to navigate that journey. As we look at our promise to support the office of the CFO, it's always about what do they need, and they just don't need another implementation partner. So we sit between the implementation partner and the customer, acting as a liaison to ensure that everything is moving forward, but also to make sure that the customer and their teams, their subject matter experts, are fully supported throughout the journey. Another question that we often get is, why don't you work for NetSuite? Why don't you partner with NetSuite? And I think that's a great question because we're really excited about the tool. We never want to be married to a tool, and we'll never be wedded to an organization because it goes directly against our promise. None of our customers who we've actually sat with and worked with have ever wished, we wish that you had a partnership with NetSuite. They love that we're there to serve and support them. We're there for their best interests. And so in order for us to do our job the best, it's important that we stay independent of any organization, any of their requirements or any of their needs. We need to be able to speak truth. It can't be about sales. It can't be about how do we support that organization. It has to always be about how do we support finance and accounting professionals. Now, in the process of that, of course, we get to leverage amazing tools that we will be excited about, and we'll always scream their praises from the rooftop if that is the solution that helps us reach our goals. But our commitment and our promise is and will always be to finance and accounting professionals. Another question that we get is, why aren't we technology agnostic? Why don't you pick up Microsoft Dynamics, and why don't you pick up Sage? We were born out of a necessity. And I like to say that we didn't choose NetSuite. NetSuite chose us. When we look at this tool and we think about our goal and our promise to improve the lives of accounting and finance professionals through systems and process, this just happened to be the tool that helped us do a really good job at that. It's rare that we ever look at a customer's problem and say, we don't think this solution can, solve your problem. 9 times out of 10, this tool does an excellent job of solving the problem. So we didn't actually choose to focus on NetSuite. Our choice was to focus on the solution that helped us best meet the customer's need, and that just happened to be NetSuite. Now, should we come across other tools and solutions that we're really excited about, we'll absolutely entertain those. But right now, we just don't see those. I'm just not seeing those things, and when I come across similar tools to do a similar job, I'm sort of not impressed. So it's not that we are or are not technology agnostic. We always want to focus on what is the promise, what is our commitment, and who is our commitment to. What we find is that organizations are not plagued by a lack of strategy. They're not plagued by a lack of options. There are so many tools, there's so much technology. Unfortunately, the evolution of technology has rewarded new technologies instead of improved outcomes from the people who actually adopt those technologies. Teams and companies, CFOs need someone to help break through the noise and get beyond the hype and focus on execution. Finance transformation was the strategy. If there was a shortage of strategy, we wouldn't know, or we wouldn't believe that finance transformation was the answer. But how? How do we do it? How do we make it happen? So that's where we're focused. How do we support organizations once they already have that strategy, but they need to bring all of their teams together, and most importantly, they need to see outcomes that are measurable as they move forward. CFOs are not looking for more options to choose from. They're not looking for another strategy. They are not struggling for lack of strategy or because they don't have a long and strong list of things to do. What CFOs need more than ever right now is grounded support that they can trust. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to serve as a strategic partner with a very clear promise and a very clear commitment to the office of the CFO. We are working to improve the lives of accounting and finance professionals, one process at a time and one technology at a time.